Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of You Hate to
You
See
hate to
It.
see it.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. It's
I was told to bring the funny, so I'm
yeah,
trying.
Nick's over here bringing the funny, and I'm just over here to let you know to please give us money by becoming a patron on our Patreon.
You should totally give us money, but like half, you should give it. We are only accepting El Salvadorian pesos from now on. Please and thank you.
Nick is.
Yeah.
I will take the US doll hair.
Yeah, so if you subscribe to our Patreon, Jeff and I will split equally anything that's USD, and if you are paying in El Salvadorian money, we'll give it all to Nick.
I'll take that because 75% of El Salvadorian dollar is backed by Bitcoin. So for whatever worthless that is.
That's fine. When you die, Adam gets your money anyway, so.
Yay!
Not for long.
Oh,
I gotta change that.
Shannon and I are already on top of it.
I gotta change that at some point in the future.
So Nicholas, as the person who wasn't here for
the first fucking episode of the goddamn
first
year.
two episodes of the year.
First two episodes. What did you guys talk? What did you guys talk about on those episodes? Give me the rundown.
We drafted stuff like
So our
shows.
first episode, Jeff and I went through
food?
our year. Since February when we recorded our last life update episord.
Poggers.
And then our second
not poggers,
episode.
Not poggers.
Poggers for me.
Yeah, you've had a great time. Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
And then the second episode, we just drafted our favorite TV shows growing up, and then horror icons.
It was horror icons. Where did I get
horror?
Food?
What's a horror icon?
Like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger.
Okay. All right.
Freddy Krueger didn't make it on either of our lists. When we brought him up in the 2 slot saying this, he should probably be around in here, then neither of us drafted him.
Can I pick the spiders from World War Spider?
No. You weren't there for that episode.
Your draft sucks ass. Yeah. If you guys want to find Nick's draft, go to subscribe on Patreon. It'll be at like the $1 tier or something. Nick, you have to come up with one. You just can't say it out loud.
I have to.
But you have to listen to the episode so you don't pick the same picks that we picked.
That's true.
So
thanks for that listen, big boy.
I can't. So when I worked my old job,
you should play it on 2 different devices with a headphone going into each ear, so that way we get 2 listens.
I'm getting there. So when I was at my old job and like I didn't have earbuds or something, or if I was just reading comics or whatever, I'd literally put my phone on mute or like my volume at 0 and just start playing our podcasts. I think I went through our entire directory twice doing that over the 2 years I worked that job.
That's done. Smart. Well, you can also bump up the speed to like 4x, so it just fucking runs. And I've done that a couple times just to be like,
why not?
I've like to go.
We should promote
when I go to sleep,
for people to do that. Like, don't actually listen
this,
to our shit. Just turn it on and fucking.
Question: does this count as fraud?
No.
Okay.
We're not making money off.
We're only sponsored by W Energy.
Yeah,
and now that dub energy right there hits different.
Go to w.gg and use code YOUH82CIT for 10% off
on something. Adam, it might have been Taskmaster or something. You actually said it was I think you did gamer subs or something. You did the wrong.
Yeah, you did.
You did the wrong energy drink.
I don't know what you're talking about because I only know W. I don't know any other energy drinks.
You did another. You did not know. It was maybe gamer subs.
Never heard of that.
D-Fuel something. It was a deal.
Well, drunk you apparently has.
Yeah. Wouldn't it have been wild, Jeff, if he was doing U.GG? Just league builds sponsored by League Builds.
So Nick, very briefly, what's happened in your life over the past year?
I still have a girlfriend.
Wow.
Yeah, blows my mind. Yeah. Don't know how that worked. That's
after I've seen a couple of the interactions, I too am surprised.
Yep. Because my compliments come off as insults a lot.
They are very backhanded. Yes.
So I never mean them to be backhanded. But they're not good.
Nick's apparently never been around someone else giving someone a genuine compliment. So like what Nick thinks is genuine is straight up insulting other people.
I think that
he will point out flaws and think that him pointing them out is complimenting you.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point where Jeff is now our HR manager in the friend group and makes us weekly PowerPoints. The PowerPoints aren't supposed to be weekly. It's like every time there's an incident, it's just that they end up being weekly anyway.
It's true.
So yeah, that was fun. I don't know what. Oh yeah, having a girlfriend, that's neat. That's pretty neat.
Is that the only thing you did all last year?
I got a new job. I did get a new job, so that was a thing. Because I switched jobs in March.
Okay.
So yeah, I got a new job. I now, instead of sitting at a desk on my phone reading comics and listening to podcasts all day, I sit in a basement and do that.
Perfect.
I will say I get paid more. However, the atmosphere and the location, definite downturn.
Oof.
Yeah. Yep. I don't drink as much. That's kind of cool. But that's a brand new thing.
That's
just
New
Year's.
After New Year's, that's understandable.
After New Year. So
whose
New Year's
TikTok was it? Was Ryan's. I was like, we definitely did one of those TikToks where like the phone was passed around and everyone voted who they thought was going to be the most drunk.
Yeah,
and I don't think anyone got it wrong. I think there's one person that voted not Nick, and that might have been Nick voted for himself.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I definitely did.
And yeah, Nick did not make it to we are in the Central Time Zone. Nick didn't make it to the Eastern Time Zone New Year's.
I don't think I made it to 10:30 Central. I'll be completely honest with you. So we did that New Year's, and then the next weekend we did a PowerPoint party, and it was kind of cool. Everyone was drinking. I just drank Diet Pepsi because alcohol scares me now.
You drank some beer.
I had two beers, and none of them were like pleasant. Like I would have just rather had.
But none of
Pepsis.
us really drank. I think Jeff was the drunkest out of any of us.
That really happened near the end, though.
Jeff started just doing shots.
Yeah, that happened more towards the end, though. I really wanted to turn that party around and go to bed. There's only so much code names I can take in a small amount of time, and we played it back to back weekends.
It was so last New Year's. I wanted to give Shannon, my girlfriend, a New Year's kiss, and wanted to do that, but like she was surrounded by friends. We had just kind of started dating, so like I wasn't comfortable like pushing it. Then this year I'm like, I am getting my New Year's kiss. I blacked out 2.5 hours before I could do that and did not wake up, and apparently gave a speech to new love, and then proceeded to look at my girlfriend, go, I love you, and then went back to bed. Did not kiss her, did not wish her Happy New Year's, just went back to sleep.
Jesus Christ.
I then proceeded to wake up yelling at her to get under the covers because I took up all the mattress, and she had like a corner to where she was a ball in.
You are a piece of shit.
And then, well, hey, it gets worse.
No.
I then proceeded to drink a gallon of water. And then when we went to the restaurant, I went to the bathroom about 6 times.
Next morning, by the way, not that like we went out to a restaurant right after New Year's happened.
Yeah,
the ball drops, and at 1 a.m. we're at Denny's.
So this was next morning, and that was a bad time for all of us.
Adam got me.
I wasn't there, so get fucked.
Adam got me a bright red Christmas sweater that says Big Nick Energy with Santa plastered on it. And because I'm a big guy, it's huge. The letters are massive. Santa's massive. Everything's massive about it. And I walk into that restaurant hungover, look to the bathroom.
You looked like shit, and then you're wearing an obnoxiously red sweater that says Big Nick Energy, which is your name, and has a picture of Santa's face on it, and it's a triple XL. So like you drew the eyes of everyone when you walked in.
I McGregor walk my way to the bathroom in the
I
back.
have a very strong feeling that you were basically dragging yourself to the bathroom. I feel like there was nothing confident or swagger
went
about
to the
it.
bathroom like 5 or 6 times and like threw up 4 of those. Like
I come back, like we order food, I order food, I come back, food's there. I eat like a piece of potato, immediately go back to the bathroom and start throwing up again. I come back and like the waitress comes up, stands behind me, she's like, "Are you okay?" Like she's like to me, like being quiet to the rest, like as if I'm a hostage, like as if I say the wrong answer, Shannon's gonna beat me. and
Joke's
like,
on you, it would have been everyone else at the table.
I look at her and I just go, "I'm just hungover as shit." And she goes, "Oh, okay. Do you want a box?" And I'm like, "Yes, please." And I had like one piece of toast. And then finally I get back up for the last time and I'm like, "Oh, that piece of toast is coming back up." And I walk to the bathroom. And like Adam said, I threw up like 3 or 4 times. The first 3 times was me getting all of the water I had drank out of my system that day. And then the fourth time was
immediately got up and started just chugging fucking
so it was
water.
so like the times I threw up, it was just water. It was awful. And then finally on the last time I throw up and I get that lovely smell of just alcohol regurgitated that we all know that if you've drank, you know that scent.
Luckily, knocking on wood, I haven't thrown up from drinking in quite a long time. So I'm pretty happy.
I did something I'm very proud of. I
vomited,
puked, and rallied the next day. Because when I come back to the table, I have Ryan look at me and go, "Hey, you look alive now." And I start eating potatoes out of the to-go
puking
box
and rallying.
container.
That's joining the normal populace of the world again.
I then proceeded to sleep the entire 2-hour car ride way back to Shannon's.
Dude, my morning was I woke up to Garrett leaving at 7 a.m.
Yep.
And then I try to go back to sleep while everyone else is up and upstairs. I don't hear anyone for like an hour or hour and a half.
Okay,
and then I wake up to just Nick, and it's like him just walking, drinking, and telling people he feels like ass. And then I come upstairs, I just look him dead in the eyes. I'm like, and I look around, didn't even know everyone else was up. So I look around, everyone's up, just sitting on the couches, and Nick's standing there in the dining room. I'm like, you are the loudest son of a bitch I've ever fucking met. How is it that everyone else is up and you're the only one I hear? I stood there for about 10 minutes and then I decided to leave and I went home and then I napped and then I had a great
Jeff
day.
said goodbye to me and apparently I was asleep, half awake, and I grunted.
That is true. Nick was back asleep by the time I left, which was 10 minutes after I yelled at him. So
it's a skill, really.
You can nap anywhere and it's disgusting.
I would
not even just anywhere, like in any body position. Like your head could be like snapped at like a 45-degree angle, like backwards.
Mm-hmm. So an assassin tries to kill me and like snaps my neck. Oh, he's dead. I wake up 5 minutes later. Oh, that was great. That was
such
delightful.
A piece of shit. What else happened to Nick over this past year? He gym now.
I got COVID.
He did get COVID.
Fun.
All of us got COVID.
We all got
this
COVID.
I did not.
You did not this year?
I've never had COVID. No.
That's wild.
I
was in a car for 8 hours with Jeff while sick with COVID, and he did get COVID. Or like the day before I came, I like had symptoms, and
I definitely had. The chances that I had COVID around Jeff is fairly high. And also, Jeff, if you're anything like me, I only showed symptoms of allergies during COVID.
I took the test,
dude.
So
my
well, there was one time that I was like, like I felt fine. Morgan had COVID. I went and just got tested because we had the thing, and I was like, oh, just to see because we sleep in the same bed together, and I 100% had it, and I had it for for 4 days, and then then I didn't have it anymore. And you and I had gone golfing the day before I took the test, so the chances that we had it together, or I had it with you, but also my allergies are year round, so it just was like I'm having an allergy attack for 4 days. So it wasn't anything for me. So
No, I
Oh.
had my COVID was nothing but extreme. So my COVID symptoms would like flow like the running water of a nice stream
Oh, come.
throughout the day.
Oh.
So like for 4 hours, I'd have extraordinary back pain, unable to move. 4 hours would happen. The next 4 hours, diarrhea. Another 4 hours
Shitting
happen.
myself.
Cough. And it just flowed like that for weeks. Like
I did get stupid sick over Christmas this year, past year though.
That was fun.
That wasn't COVID, but I don't know what it was, but god damn it fucked me up.
Shannon gave me something like some
Okay,
cold.
just blame it on the women.
Well, she did give it to me in like July. That like while it wasn't no, it wasn't July. It was probably August or September. That it wasn't as painful as COVID, but like it lasted an entire month and was just annoying. Yeah. Sickness.
Yeah.
Through sickness and in health.
Yeah.
I'm
Get
the only one that
fucked.
has to deal with that.
Yeah, if I get sick again, I'm just killing myself.
Oh, I'm just talking about the in sickness and in health thing.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
don't
I'm
have to
just
worry
saying in
about you
general.
guys being hit.
Oh,
in
I am
sickness.
just a minor inconvenience away from offing myself.
Let's see. What else is
Like
fun?
stub toe, shotgun to the head.
What other fun stuff has happened?
Honestly, we had a really lame 2022 when I think about it.
Well, because we were just all
Outside of like the
super
back
busy.
half of the year, I
Yeah.
guess.
We were all very busy. Yeah, we were very busy.
We talked about in just the Jeff and I episode.
Yeah,
like,
we recorded too much at the beginning of the year to fucking do anything.
Yeah, well, like we were recording
Mhm.
constantly. Have been trying to change jobs, which has been like a year process. I also helped start the new hockey organization.
Nick and I did go to Don's earlier last
That
year.
was cool. Yeah, we went to Des Moines. That was cool. We're going again in March.
What else did we
for
do?
the
We
wedding.
did well, besides Adam's bachelor party, but
That was I did like Minnesota. So I don't know if I told you guys this. I probably told Jeff maybe. But on so me and my coworker looked this up at some point on what is the furthest west I've ever been in my entire life. And it was between Don, who lives in Des Moines, or Adam's bachelor party, which was in Minnesota. A little west of Minneapolis, yeah. I would like to point out that Don's house was further west than I was in Minneapolis by 5 miles.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
5 miles is the difference.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was a wild. I looked up the houses and everything, and I'm like, huh, that is literally 5 minutes. And that is the furthest west I've been in my entire life. And then let's see.
We'll progressively move you 5 miles farther west every year for the rest of your life.
It's gonna take 20 years to reach out to Colton.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna be 90 and just like crying on the sands of the West Coast. Just like I made it.
I don't think you would.
Probably not. I'm gonna be 90 crying at the Rocky Mountains. Just please, I yearn to see the ocean. Adam and I went to go see Craig Ferguson. That was cool.
I did forget that we went and saw
Craig Ferguson.
That was awesome. That was a wild trip.
In the process, we went on the Odyssey again because I am not allowed to go on normal long journeys. I am only allowed to go on crusades and odysseys. So basically, did you tell them? You did tell them what happened, so I'll tell them what happened. Adam and I make it about 10 minutes into Indiana. So the show's in Indianapolis. Adam and I are on a very tight time crunch because Adam just got out of hockey. He's ready to go. We're good to go. We're going. We make it 5 minutes into Indiana. I blow a tire on the side of the road. And I'd like to point out this is wild because my front tire hit it. It flipped up, went back, and popped my back tire. Don't know how that happened. So Adam and I are using Fix-A-Flat while Adam's frantically calling different places to like see, hey, can you do a tire? This is a Saturday. Finally, we find a place that like we felt we
Also,
I
hold
bought
on,
this tire in the best place possible.
the next exit, like literally, we are like looking at the exit.
Yeah.
At that exit, 4 different tire shops.
And the next exit was probably what?
Like 3 or 4. Like no matter
Yeah.
what, we only had to drive at maximum 4 miles to get anything that we needed. Like, so I was like, you can drive on a flat like this. Like we're fine.
He's like, I'm sitting there with the pump, like, hey, what? And he's like, hey, what's the air pressure at so we can get going? I'm like, 8.
Well,
That's a good number.
Well, I was just like, as long as you're not like driving like an asshole, you can get a little bit on the rim. Like, just like we'll just take it easy and we'll just get there. The place said like, yep, we have an opening right now, but we close in an hour. And a half. And
yeah.
I was like, that doesn't fucking matter to me. I'll be there in 5 minutes. And
that's perfect, as we will miss the show in an hour and a half.
Yeah, like literally.
It was, to be fair, it was weird trying to figure out what time we needed to be there because of the time change. Because Waze does not tell you the time you're arriving in their time, like in the new time zone.
And
thank God, you're arriving in your time.
Thank God we had like scheduled to get there like 45 minutes ahead of time, so that just to seat ourselves. And I kind of assumed that would be a much bigger thing than what it ended up being.
It was about the size of Adam's wedding.
No, it was bigger than my wedding. It was definitely bigger than my wedding. He was in a theater, but it was like a theater that you needed to put chairs out for, like a wedding. It wasn't like a theater that had installed seating. So, but
they wanted to charge us $20 extra to go sit in the high seats so we would have more room.
And honestly, because it was we ended up only being able to sit in the back row because it was like a first come first serve basis.
No, I no, you had to purchase the seats.
Oh, it was wild that they were just regular chairs then, and we had to purchase seats. But we ended up like, because it was me,
it was like one
Nick on one
seat,
side with a bunch of like hot 20-year-old girls, and then another big guy on my other side, and Nick has to sit peacocking everyone
just like this, so I'm not
so the guy next to me, like when Nick sat down, he was like and he like moved
through the extra chair.
He moved slightly behind me, so like my shoulder, like I could scoot over a little bit, like we zigzagged a little bit so that way we could fit.
At least the chairs moved, I guess.
And then we started talking to those guys, and they're like, "So, like, where do you guys come from?" "Oh, we came from Chicago." "What?"
Why?
Why would you do that?
Because this is the closest to Chicago he was coming. Go fuck yourselves.
And this is like awesome. And let me tell you, that man is fucking hilarious.
He is so funny.
It's great. He did a bit where he's like, and I'm gonna go. I mean, he's like, I'm going on tangents and everything, and going on tangents, and like by the time I'm done with the tangent, you're gonna forget what the last tangent was. And he did it. He performed a magic trick because Adam forgot what the tangent was. I also forgot what the tangent was.
We had a good time though. I got a hat and I wore it to my honeymoon.
We went to one of the scariest pit stops I've ever seen in my life. One of the scariest truck stops. Because like we had to like finagle and go through like, well, no, we had to like perform aerial maneuvers to get in past construction. It was horrible, and like in the day it was horrifying. I had to go into a subdivision to like turn around to go back out. All of this was on the highway. It was weird. I didn't like it.
We went to the gas station. There was a guy getting into an argument with the checkout person. I remember that. And
Oh yeah, I
that
was worried I was gonna get shot.
Oh no, it wasn't with the checkout person. It was with another customer in the checkout line, and I was just standing there like, okay.
When
Mhm.
Grace and I left to go to Kellen and Jordan's wedding, we stopped to grab like energy drinks at like some random ass gas station, and we bought them. And as we were leaving, she's like, "Hey, hold on to this. I have to go to the restroom." And within like 3 seconds of her walking to the restroom, some fucking geriatric old bitch walks up to me. He's like, that wind really sucks out there. Remember, this is like the weekend after fucking Halloween, so it's like getting cold. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. He's like, getting cold out there. I was like,
Cold.
I was like, yeah. He's like, you want to play some slots? And I was like, absolutely not. And I stood there and waited for Grace.
Thanks though. I appreciate the offer.
And then Grace came out and she's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here." Don't want
As
to be
you
here
should.
no more.
I can't believe you wouldn't want to be exactly.
Just
where
how
you
am
were
I
at.
the approachable person who looks around at venues and stuff and sees me and goes, "That's the fucker I should be talking to."
I look at you and I think he's cool.
I look
He's
at
the
me
guy
and
I
I feel and look homeless, and my bank account resembles that I probably am.
I would love to not be.
Homeless?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where that's going. All right, can we wrap up this fucking boring ass episode of Nick's life?
I don't know.
My life is incredibly boring.
Nick, what was your topic that you wanted that you brought to the table?
Oh, the topic that I was gonna bring to the table. I was gonna come up with something on the fly, but I'll do it now. All right.
I mean, we can do that. And we're almost at the half-hour mark, so we can wrap this up. I didn't know. I kind of figured both of our topics would be the same topic. So,
what was your topic?
I guess we'll find out to the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Oh god, is this a topic that I can't even participate in?